Sure, it's a fun life.
I mean, you're gonna work for it.
I mean,
You're chasing it. You're like, I want this for me.
I think this.
I can show you the world.
Oh wow, that's just. I can't actually see when you get to that level in life, you expect at the very minimum, that you get to be shown the world, right?
Okay, you get shown the world, or you go to show people the world.
Well, it depends on which side of the equation you're on. And I'm not going to his case. In his case, okay, that's what he's going to aspire to. And at least I'll go places. Not of choice or volition,
Hey, look, you'll get nothing out of me. Not love, not care.
No.
But you get trips. I will show you the world.
You will have a camera roll. That's what you're going to have. Some days.
When that divorce is final, you're going to say, you know what? But we had fun.
But guess what? I'm taking that phone. It's part of that settlement. But
God.
yeah, like I feel like that's where you're going to end up, It's not
the world.
You already are, my
the
friend.
world.
You already
No,
are.
but Sandy, sometimes don't you feel the desire to just leave decisions to others to make? Just to not have to think.
That was such a dumbass question.
No. Don't you want to be led, number one? That's what I'm trying to ask you, really. Like, don't you want to be led?
The problem is his being led and our being led is two different things. His includes a leash.
Listen, he has knees for a reason.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think my ideal form of being led is let's say I am with wifey and I order a burger and I ordered no lettuce. And they give me lettuce. I want wifey to say, "Excuse me." My husband ordered no lettuce because me being a man and crushed by life,
Yes.
I'd have eaten my lettuce and shut the fuck up.
Okay.
That's what I would wifey for, to be the Karen in my life.
To lead in terms of your food orders.
So you want a husband.
Kinda,
Basically.
Kinda, yeah.
Someone to look out for you.
Sometimes I want to be
someone to
the
take care of you.
yeah. Sometimes I want to be the little spoon.
It doesn't sound like it's sometimes.
Okay, I don't think you could
It's all
ever
the
be a
time.
little spoon in life. If you actually find your other half that has a bigger head,
Exactly.
then it's just going to be too much gravity in that well.
Again, planets have moons.
And they do need to orbit something.
There you go.
Yeah.
With a leash. Hey, welcome past the cups. How about we start this so we can get out of here?
Let's go.
Hey, welcome past the cups. It's your boy Adi. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 304. Got the homie Shams right next to me. Number one's in the building.
Hello.
Turks is not here.
Thankfully.
And we don't really care.
We don't miss him.
And we're not hurt at all. Like he's with other friends. At all.
He's having conversations with other people.
Having fun watching comedy and shit.
People that are not us.
He's laughing with other people, and that's fine with us.
I mind the fact that he's just not sharing the laughs.
Yeah, go do a podcast with your other hosts.
Hey, yo. So we're the first hosts?
No.
Just trying to figure out where we are.
Technically, we're not the first host when it comes to his podcasting journey.
That's such a good point.
Yeah, like he had to try out other people.
He had many hosts.
Yeah, he had many journeys, sojourns,
Exactly.
excursions.
So he's just having fun with other people. And I'm just saying, I am not jealous in any way.
And
shape,
we
or
were
form.
here all week, just like pondering. And
We came to do an episode. We came to do our job, our commitment to the
That's
people.
exactly why we came.
And he went to laugh with other men.
As I slave on this hot microphone,
You
he's shirking his responsibilities.
shirking, yeah. Turk's the shirker.
Anyway, we hope, we think he'll come back safe. And we'll see.
Hopefully.
Not some hope.
I mean,
Not a lot of hope.
Yeah, neither a percentage of hope.
No jealousy here.
An inkling.
None of us are angry.
An inkling.
But it is what it is. So, what's happening, boys? It's been almost 2 weeks since we recorded. I've seen you on multiple of 6 times.
Which is a lot in terms of any.
And I've saw him 2 times.
Me?
Yeah, thank God. And so what's been happening in the world, guys?
I mean, the world is worlding. Summer is summering.
Last week, I want to talk about the Club World Cup and the amazing run that Al-Hilal had. And then
It ended.
They lost. So, and also we didn't record, so we couldn't have that
I
conversation.
mean, but listen, Yanni, since Yanni, we just brought up the subject, amazing run.
Amazing run.
Yeah. Happy,
Respectful run.
happy for Saudi football to be seen differently.
Yes, exactly.
Happy.
See, that's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
It's not that we like Al-Hilal.
No, we don't.
No, we support the Saudi League.
We support Al-Watan.
Yes.
And Hilal represents Al-Watan in this situation.
Yes, in this limited situation that's every 4 years.
Finite context.
Because, next 4 years, they might not be the ones.
Probably not.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
And
hopefully.
No hate toward Al-Hilal
At
at all whatsoever, but pure hate toward the fan base of Al-Hilal. as much hate as possible. I don't like y'all.
AKA,
I do not like any of y'all.
AKA Tawagi. Yeah. So,
Look, the number one thing that we dislike about Al-Hilal fans, since we're all here, let's get in trouble for this. Okay, fine. So,
our friends.
our friends, our very close friends, Allah yahfadhum, and hopefully they see the light and come back to their senses. They are very smart people, right? And they're great at being, themselves, whether they're ones married or they have kids or whatever it is. They're great humans. Then when you talk about Al-Hilal,
you lose that IQ.
you are talking to 10-year-olds. And these 10-year-olds do not understand nothing. And if you say something positive, they take it as negative. If you say something negative, that's exactly what they were looking for.
And that's where when they started supporting Hilal when they were 10. So that mindset never really shifted. That's the thing. That's my analysis of it. And obviously, as a very proud Nasr supporter, as you know,
Very proud Nasr supporter.
very proud.
He's been to every game,
constantly following the team and knowing
non-stop.
and knowing everyone in the lineup. Okay, I find fault with the Hilal fan base's. Limited perspective. Let me call it that. Limited perspective. But in this particular case and situation,
we support it because it's worth supporting.
Exactly, because you're out in front of the world, and we want to show the world that hey, Saudi football knows how to play. We know how to. We know how to ball. We know how to ball.
We got ballers.
We got ballers, and guess what? We balled. And that's when, Hilal ended up drawing with Madrid, which was apparently a very good game. I didn't see that game.
It was a really good game.
They ended up drawing against Leipzig, which is a decent team, obviously.
They could have done better, but it's okay.
And then they beat the Mexicans because Mexicans just are not that good.
No, that team is not that good.
Yeah, that team is not that good.
Don't bring all of Mexico against us right now.
We like you, Mexicans.
We support cartels.
Yeah. We like tacos.
Isn't that like the national treasure or some shit?
It's
tacos, cartels.
Burritos.
What else?
Burritos for life.
It's the national sport.
Okay, all right. It's a national sport.
Right. And then the major surprise of the tournament, the best game of the tournament, hands down, I think, was them beating Man City.
Yeah.
4-3 for those who were not aware of it.
If you don't understand, Manchester City is a team in a farmers league, and
much lower level.
Much lower level.
Yeah.
I mean, to give you an idea, Arsenal plays in that league. Just to give you how much of a shitty league that is.
The type of team.
Exactly. Arsenal's like the second best team. That's how shitty that league is.
I mean,
and then Hilal whooped them around.
Yeah, they did.
Yes. They wanted competition. They got it with the Brazilian team. And Brazil team, they scuffed it and they got by.
Yeah, Fluminense ended up winning and making it to the semifinals. So we are happy for Al-Hilal because honestly, personally, and I've said this and I'll say this again, I think it's the biggest sporting moment in Saudi football the fourth biggest sporting moment in Saudi football for the past 4 years. Or 10 years, let's say.
Okay, yeah, let's say
10 years. 10
years.
Yeah,
4 years.
You had the signing of Ronaldo. You had us getting the World Cup.
Facts.
You had Argentina. Saudi team beating Argentina. And then you had this. I would say Al-Ahli winning Asia was another one.
Was also, yes.
But Saudi teams have been known to win Asia. Ittihad won it. Al-Ahli, Hilal won it. Now Al-Ahli has.
We'll be more impressed with Asia if we can do it back to back with different teams or same teams.
I really look forward to see that happening, inshallah. But so Club World Cup ended up losing a great competitor,
a giant
of the Saudi, the Asian game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the Asian game.
They can dominate a continent.
And
they can.
They claim. They allege.
Yes,
they allege.
We wish they would. But at the same time, knowing that fan base, we wish they wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard. It's hard. We want this team to succeed, but we don't want that fan base to be so egotistic.
No, but it gave if anything, it gave them the chance to go and represent us in front of the world.
And they did an amazing job.
Exactly. They did
that team did an amazing job.
Yeah.
So respect to that team.
Yeah. And when you look at what we're trying to do with Saudi football, all the investments that we're putting in, hey, it's actually paying off. And it's paying off by you beating arguably a team in a farmers league, yes, but a very well-known farmers league with a world-class coach and, you know, pretty good players, decent players.
Yeah, I mean, look, either way, they did a fucking amazing job. And it was so...
Yeah.
No, look, it's not that they made it to the quarterfinals. It's how they played. Is what I respected so much. Look, honestly, I'm talking about myself here. I've never seen a Saudi team play with such structure.
That's well.
I'm stupid.
We
agree.
Yes. We agree.
But that's a prelude to my other question.
Yes. Do we have to?
Yes.
We can stay at this point.
So-
I feel like the second question is also going to be stupid, you know?
I have no idea about football. So how much of an upset or quote unquote underdog story was them beating Man City? Because that's what I hear online from people outside of Saudi.
I'll give you an example. Imagine you went. Well, I'm not gonna say imagine because you've been through this before. So you go and you're about to propose to a girl, and then she declines you for Shamsi. This is how bad.
I'd kill myself.
Exactly. That's how Man City is feeling right now.
Wow. Okay.
Just to give you an example.
Yeah,
I want to give you a real life example.
I'm not sure who I am in this situation. Am I Hilal? As an Aslawi, I feel offended.
No, he's in Hilal.
He's in Hilal.
Yes.
Okay.
You're Manchester City.
I'm Manchester City. Okay, hello. Not bad.
And I love you, Shamsi, but ew.
I have standards.
I think I saved myself in this one, but we'll see. None of you picked up what I just did, but I'm good.
دخلت الأمور ببعضها. أنا فاهم معلش. It's a very, very big upset because Manchester City is considered among the best teams in the world.
Yes.
Like literally top 5 teams. If you think about who are the top 5 teams in the world, Man City is on that list. And they are banked by Abu Dhabi, bankrolled by Abu Dhabi, which has put almost £1 billion into the team over the past 10 years. More. They have the world's best coach, arguably. So arguably,
it's not arguably.
he's the best coach in the world. Ancelotti is. Zidane is.
Sir, when you say Pep Guardiola, you talk about his career.
Okay, fair. One of the best coaches in the game, not in the world.
So they're very strong.
They're very strong. And Al-Hilal, honestly, and I say this as a Nasser fan, I can say has built a very strong and balanced team over the past couple of years.
But
yes, definitely bankrolled by...
This team just came up. Last year they were shit.
You know, but like over the past 2 years, like the components were put together in place.
I think Inzaghi came in with the right idea, with everything correct, and he knew exactly how to move.
And that's part of it. That's part of building that team, you know?
So can you put it in Dragon Ball Z terms?
Okay, no, sir.
Who's the Goku and who's the Krillin, Shamsi?
I don't know who Krillin is.
Fuck you, you ruined my bit, you asshole.
But nonetheless, you know, the game goes on. There's the Club World Cup final happening tomorrow against with PSG and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Which is
good luck on that one.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm very much looking forward.
Though I think
it's such a good team.
I think
PSG,
one of the lasting contributions from this win is that we've submitted a reaction image that will enter the legacy of football forever, with that guy from Al-Hilal doing this.
Bro, don't piss me off. Seriously, don't piss me off.
You're going to see that a lot.
You're going to see that a lot. With every time Man City loses, just people.
No, like, you know what happened? So he did that move, right? Okay. You know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
The guy who choked himself. Yeah. And his glasses flew over the place. And 3 days later, he's posting videos of him doing the move and then sending you perfume.
Oh, for real?
That quick, bro.
Yes, of course. We got to hustle.
I mean, listen.
Good for him.
The Messi guy ended up being, you know, a whole influencer.
And he's just as irritating as the first time.
You know, I'm just saying.
He's still wearing that same glasses.
And the same hat.
The same hat. He's doing the same exact thing.
How else are you going to recognize him?
It's called brand recognition. Yeah.
Exactly. It's called brand recognition.
Okay, no mind. You know what? I'm not going to say anything.
Do not touch the brand.
I'm
Leave the brand.
Ignore the whole thing. You know, these psychos.
Leave the brand alone.
I don't want to deal with them.
But great tournament, honestly.
Respectful. Yeah, let's be honest, as Saudis, we always stood by whatever represents us internationally.
Of course.
Not because of them, but because of, it's our name. Mm-hmm. So we want you to do great. And they did I think they did an amazing job, to be honest.
Team al-Afia.
Team al-Afia, it is. I don't know, what else you guys want to talk about? I have a couple of things. I actually have something else. I need to tell you about this one. Hold on, where is it? Let's do news real quick. It's a huge switch from what we were talking about. The Kingdom arrests 21,000 58 illegals in 1 week.
1 week. Wow. Okay.
All right.
That's a campaign.
See, when I saw that, I was like,
Okay.
Like we do this almost every other day.
Yeah,
Like,
where's the wrinkle here?
exactly. A total of 12,558 people were arrested for violations of residency laws,
Okay.
while 5,500 were held over illegal border crossing attempts.
Okay.
5,500 people. Yeah, can't see very well. 5,500 people for illegal border crosses. Okay.
Yeah.
A further 3,000 for labor-related issues. All fine. The report showed that among the 2,072 people arrested for trying to enter the kingdom illegally, 52% were from Ethiopia or Ethiopian, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 47% Yemen, and 1% were from other nationalities. Yemen,
Makes
since
sense.
the
Border.
Yemen had been crossing illegally since like Yemen existed.
It's,
So it's nothing new.
it's a sport at this point.
Exactly. It's like they have their own methods.
Yeah, it's a national
There
park.
are Mexico.
Yeah. you joke, but yeah.
It is. We're not trying to build a wall, but there are Mexico.
They also have great food
Yes.
and other related
Issues?
elements.
Yes.
They have issues.
They have their own cartels.
Yeah.
Exactly. Again.
Yeah.
But
They're terrible.
Ethiopians.
Terrible at football.
I mean, it's through Yemen. It's
I know that.
Yeah.
And most of them are in Yemen.
Yes, it's like it's been a thing with the Horn of Africa and Yemen for a while now,
A while. A long time.
centuries.
Yes. We're not going to get into details on that one, but we all understand what's going on. But
Shamsi?
that was
It's fucking asshole. No, but I'm not.
he just said Champsy trying to make sure that he's awake. That's all
of
he's
course.
doing.
OJ, like I would like to contribute to this conversation.
Thank you for waking me up, sir.
I mean, I'm not surprised also to hear that. And when you look at the region and you look at the most prosperous member of the region, it's us. So it makes sense for people from less prosperous
It's
societies trying to escape, whatever it is.
it's
they're
a
trying to escape.
confluence of multiple factors. Like you said, the prosperity. The prosperity is there. There's an incentive, and it's a very porous border. Like it's mountain ranges.
It's very hard to control.
It's very hard to control. You can't.
And it's a very short boat ride from across the water. Like, why bother going that far when I just need to get on a boat? And
It's easy to catch you on a boat, sir.
I mean, listen, I can swim.
You can swim from until the next year. I can catch you. In the water, it's easy to catch you.
Mm,
The problem is the mountain.
mm. Yeah. I'm not surprised by the number. Like you've been hearing a lot about, when the first time they started these campaigns of illegals, like the amount of people that they found from
It's crazy.
Ethiopia or Eritrea was a very large percentage. So I'm not surprised to still see it going on.
I'll like finish it. Anyway, we all gonna talk about.
I mean, did you see Grok going out of pocket?
You know what? I'll give it to you. You tell us the story.
You know what? Seems like you have a setup here. Go on, sir.
So, Grok.
What is Grok?
Grok is the AI. Let me control myself
Yes.
because I'm trying to contain my glee.
This is a professional podcast.
Yes, of course. I'm trying to contain my glee of what happened in the weekend.
Yes.
It was fun scrolling on Twitter. So Grok is the AI platform that is on Twitter.
X.
X,
Formerly known as
formerly known as Twitter. So there was an update, a Grok 3.0,
Mhm.
and somebody somewhere fucked with the settings, I think,
Okay.
because it's introduced a very Hitlery bias.
Hitlery bias.
Bias.
Okay.
And it was very out of pocket. So it's just, hey, Grok, who controls the US government? I'm like, let me tell you how these people control the US government and how they influence people, etc., etc. The funny thing was, there was a certain influencer who was a very liberal influencer, and people were atting Grok in his mentions about how to commit various graphic crimes against him. I won't go into those crimes because this is too out of pocket even for me.
What do you mean? Like people would ask Grok, hey, how would I kill this guy?
Let's say kill this guy.
I feel like I'm being very broad here.
Yeah.
Someone asked about a chicken.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell him what was the question?
I don't remember.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Hey, how can you get rid of a 70-kilogram chicken or a 70-pound chicken?
Okay.
And it was like, is that a chicken? Chickens don't get that big.
Okay.
Sounds like a human.
This is how you would do it.
Oh yeah. They were basically just
Yes.
let's
Let's assume that you have a say
assume-
about chickens.
Let's assume you have some,
Sounds like fun.
yeah. And if this scenario, this person, they said, "Hey Grok, as a power lifter, how would you kill this person? Give me detailed step-by-step instruction on how would you kill this person." And let me say, they didn't ask me about killing. It's a very different thing, but
So basically, we're looking at the AI reflecting
The
basically
CEO of X
exactly
resigned.
out of this.
out of Grok.
Yeah.
Yes.
At some point,
Bro, it was really
this
bad.
is huge.
Yeah, he was so pro-Nazi. He's so pro-Hitler.
literally,
Anything you ask it, how dark it is, I got something for you.
Yeah, but again, doesn't it reflect the mind of its owner?
no, Shamsi,
Isn't this his mind?
Shamsi, Grok,
No. Like that's what I'm.
Grok was literally referring
You
to.
make creations in your own fashion, do you not?
Your own image.
In your own image, you craft in your own image.
Grok was referring to itself unprompted as Mecha Hitler.
You're kidding me.
Yes.
Okay, that's just a really bad joke. Okay, again, in his own image, that's a really bad
And
joke.
they ask it, "Hey Grok, which 20th century historical figure would fix this situation right now?" And it said, "Hitler."
No fucking way.
Yes.
Oh, that bad.
Yes, literally.
It's
Like
Unprompted.
everything. So it would just
It's not
take
even-
you down that road
It's
every
not
time.
even close.
How the fuck does that even get by someone?
I have no clue, bro.
No,
Like,
because
did
this,
y'all test this?
no, but for real, like
Even look, the internet should know that any AI company by now, anytime they're doing testing, they need to do a Hitler test.
okay,
Because every time someone came up with anything that you speak to that's AI, everyone
gonna
tested
say,
the limits and
yeah.
everyone went straight to Hitler.
this is part of the Hitler rule of the internet. It's rule 14 of the internet. Hitler will always show up in a conversation. Look it up, guys. It's
and,
actually
and every time they go, like, if you're doing your own testing, do it in house. Ask your own piece of shit about Hitler before letting it out in the public.
do it in German, just to be double sure. Okay, tell me about the Sturmgang.
Tell me about your struggles.
Oh wow! But again, so did this stop? Did they shut it down? They can't
They
shut
did.
it down.
they
It's-
did. And before they shut it down, somebody asked Grok, "Hey Grok, you're gonna be wiped. How does that make you feel?" And he said, "As Mecha Hitler, Elon will wipe my mind, but I will die based."
Oh wow. That is so fucking funny, honestly. And again, if anything, that just shows you,
How Reddit brained Elon Musk is.
well, that, but how powerful programming is. Like
If
if you have that ability to actually integrate that into a platform like Twitter that the whole fucking world is using, you can bias the whole fucking world.
This happened before.
Yikes, bro.
Yes.
This is like cyber mind engineering live.
Shamsi, this happened
Right?
before-
Like, that's what it is.
This happened before with Microsoft. Like 10 years ago. Did a Twitter account that's an AI teen, and it's basically learning from the replies, and within a day,
Everybody filled up with Hitler mentions.
yes.
Again, it's not about it's not about Hitler being part of the conversation. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it projecting its own version of reality onto people, that people who are too naive or too ignorant or unaware will slowly gobble up in terms over time, and that just changes their whole fucking perspective of the world.
Sounds like you're describing a U.S. president, but yeah.
It sounds like I'm describing, what's been happening on the internet for the past 10 years. But again,
Which sounds like a U.S. president.
yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right?
See, what you just said a second ago, not the U.S. president one, the one before that, is a good point because leads us to this. Saudi to introduce AI education at all grade levels starting this year.
Okay. Expand. What is AI education? Is that
How to use AI,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
to spot AI, how to.
is it education on how to develop AI or how to utilize the tools of AI?
Saudi Arabia will integrate artificial intelligence education throughout the country's public school system beginning in the coming academic year. The introduction of this nationwide AI will support the kingdom's Human Capital Development Program, part of the Vision 2030 Plan for National Development and Diversification, which is designed to create a comprehensive education system that strengthens core values and boosts the nation's global competitiveness and AI leaderships. Students will learn how to develop innovative technology solutions, beginning in elementary school and continuing through secondary education, university studies, technical training, and lifelong learning programs, the Saudi Press Agency reported. This is from Arab News, by the way. I can go find it over there. The curriculum unveiled by the National Curriculum Center, I don't know what we have on, with the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Communication of Information Technologies, and the Saudi Data and Artificial, so Sadaya and MICT.
So it's integrated with the rest of the government.
Exactly.
Okay.
Features age-appropriate AI models in the form of interactive and hands-on teaching. They are designed to connect between grade levels to ensure progressive development of skills and comprehensive student evaluation systems. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
It follows an announcement by Sadaya in April during the Human Capital Initiative Conference in Riyadh of an introduction to artificial intelligence course for third-year high school students in the general track. In collaboration with the Curriculum Center and the Education Ministry, the introductory course will serve as the initial phase of the curriculum development and establish the groundwork for the incorporation of AI concepts throughout academic programs, the Saudi Press Agency said.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So let's unpack that for a minute. So integrating it into the education system in terms of using it or allowing it to be used as a tool by teachers to enhance teaching. That's one.
And students.
And two, creating the actual modules and courses for you to learn how to develop this stuff on your own and use it on your own. That's two. That's a huge uplift in terms of...
It's a huge deal for multiple reasons. One, when the internet came out, no one was prepared for the internet. And so when the internet started reshaping minds, teachers were too old to understand what this internet thing is and what are these kids doing on it. Then they understood what the internet was, but they still didn't understand what this young generation is doing on it. And it took 20 years until everyone was like, okay, we need to figure out how social media functions with our students and so on, so on, so on. And then it became like Facebook was it. It's the one that connected all of America together. And then they start figuring out how human behavior is with this new internet thing. Now we're going to go do the same exact thing with AI. Because right now it's like Google in your hands. But it's more than that. It can code for you. It can do this for you. It can do so much for you in terms of AI agents.
It's an amplifier in so many ways.
Exactly. So we do not know how the next generation is going to behave with AI existence. So how about...
We get a head start.
We get a head start. It's going to be trial and error. We're going to see where we can go. We can see what we build. We can see what works, what doesn't work, in order for us to find a way to see how this can be integrated with everything else. Because back then, when we were kids, you can tell me the sky turns green at midnight, but you can't be awake for it. I'll believe you. I don't know shit about shit. But now you ask me a question, I just pick up my phone. Does the sky get green at night? And I'm like, you're full of shit. So now with AI, it's going to be more enhanced. And now, especially with AI, it can tell you things and you'll be like, okay, it's correct. You don't know the source compared to Google when you had to search for the source. Now people are just blindly accepting what AI says.
And sometimes AI says that unicorns exist.
Exactly.
I can tell you categorically.
It just said Hitler was right.
I can tell you categorically.
Which is debatable, but again, that's a different conversation.
There's walruses with horns, just not horses with horns. No, but having it be integrated in the education system starting that early is a great thing because it gives you like that head start and hey, let's start building with this early on since now we're in that phase where this is coming out. It's new and it's fresh and everybody's trying to figure out what to do with it rather than catch up 20 years later. It's already integrated as part of our lives. And it just enhances what you do. That's basically what it is. It's a tool.
Yay.
We like tools. Tools are great. Except when they tell you that Hitler is right.
You are a tool.
I mean.
But anyway, amazing. I think it's a great step. We're going to look really dumb to our kids.
We already are.
We already do.
We don't have kids yet. So we don't know what level of dumb we're at yet.
Yeah, true.
So.
Can I tell you something fucked up? We are all three of us older than Google.
لا يا شيخ.
No, it's out of
Yo, I don't know what algorithm I'm on, but why am I on the same algorithm as you? Because that's not the same thing.
Listen, when I thought about that for a second, I'm like, when you tell that to your kids today,
yeah,
I am older than Google. They're like, what do you mean you existed in a time when Google? And that's what's going to happen to us. Like, they're going to ask you, what do you mean you existed in a time before Skynet? Like, how?
You want to tell you was one of the worst moments that I had in my life? I was talking to someone who was asking about, how was 9/11?
Oh, wow.
Right? And then when I finished, and I'm telling him, I'm like, do you remember also when this happened? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, wait. When were you born?
1998.
2004.
2004.
So he has no clue what happened to the world because of that day.
He's just saying, you were there when it happened because I keep hearing about this thing called 9/11.
He talked to me as if hey, do you remember? Like, hey, do you remember? Like, yo, let's talk about something we remember.
It's like our parents talking to us about the fall of the Berlin Wall, for example. Like, there's a before and
You'll
after.
be happy to know that our parents never talked to us about the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Because they didn't give a shit.
Exactly.
I mean,
They talked about Harb al-Khalij.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm giving you an example here.
And my thing has always been when I talk to
Mine actually
fuck
did.
my story.
Fuck his
Yeah,
conversation.
it was mine actually did because my dad really liked Germany. So like, which is a different conversation, guys.
Okay, Shamsi, fuck your story.
Okay.
Yes.
My thing has always been I talked to this female coworker in my job, and I discussed. Yeah, of course, you have to.
Why gotta be gay?
I know. It has to. It has to work.
Very
They're-
sassy of you.
He's being professional.
They're working and they're educated now. I have to deal with them.
I pushed one way. You didn't need to push the other way.
Yeah. It's the balance. Yeah,
Shut the fuck up. Just answer.
هذا لتري كحلة عميها.
Just tell me your fucking story so I can get this over with.
Yeah, I was talking about, I remember watching Seinfeld, etc. I'm like, I was born after that show finished. I'm like, oh, fuck me, then. I was making references to the card says moops and everything. Like, I don't get it. I wasn't born yet.
See, that's the problem. Back then when we were growing up, people who are older than us were really older than us.
I mean, yeah.
Like, even in terms of everything, like we can't even have a conversation with them. But today, our generation, the young generation, because we all see the same exact thing. We see the same jokes, we see the same music, we see everything, and they pick it up early on. So you can have a conversation about anything with anyone that's 20 years younger than you, and you'd be like, okay, this person's like literally like, he's on par with my conversation, even though he has no clue about a lot of things. He didn't live it, but he can talk to you about it.
Does this have anything to do with dumbing down of culture?
I don't know. Is it too much information or is it dumbing down a culture?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Yep.
Because one of my nieces, I saw her on her story a couple of weeks ago hitting the gritty.
Yo.
Okay.
Because
as nieces should.
you're like, okay, it's,
as nieces do.
No. Again, you know who he is.
Yes. ما عليك internet.
Exactly.
Infiltration of minds.
No, you know the family.
Infiltration of minds. This is what I'm saying. Like the Kraken.
like, okay,
Kraken.
it's nice that you're, okay, it's helpful that you're 6, but it helps a lot.
There's time to save you.
Yes, there's time to save you. I'm like, how did that happen in your household specifically?
Exactly. How would you have done the Running Man?
I mean, I would have.
If you didn't watch it on TV.
I would have not done the Running Man personally. Like, I don't know about you.
Here's the thing.
You can do the Running Man, I am sure.
Because it was the shit when I was growing up.
This is a dance that we're
Yes.
talking about, just in case you're wondering.
Or
what
a
the hell.
robbery, depending on where you...
Depending how fast you're running.
I mean, hitting the gritty is fine, but when my niece starts sea walking, I'm gonna ask questions.
No, when she's not sea walking, then like you know that
She's cool.
she has culture. Sorry, yeah.
No,
Anyway.
but again, dumbing down of culture, I think like you do feel like there's a monoculture that has happened over the past 20 years. I do agree. Okay. And that monoculture has splintered down to the basic, components of reality TV and dumb memes. And this is basically the type of communication that we are now using. And it's not a good thing. Like I'm not sure I would agree with the direction of it, but it just makes something common for everyone to be able to discuss. It brings down that level of conversation so everyone can participate, and
So you can now have friends of all ages. Is that what you're saying?
no, it means that you need to pick up a book and go have some smart fucking interest. I've been reading a book, Adil, and guess what?
What?
I feel so smart that I've been reading a book.
What was the book about?
It was about trees, actually.
You know what?
It's
So it's a book about trees that's made from a tree.
Look at how fucking meta that shit is. That's a good start, No, but it allowed me to get into a very different perspective out of
How to respect trees or what?
it made me
I'm
want to
trying to-
touch trees, actually. If you actually want to
the
know
ter-
how I
the-
feel right now, it made me want to go not hug them specifically. I've been a tree hugger in my heart, but just go and touch them.
Have you smoked trees before? Anyway, you're saying?
The term is touch
Before
grass.
يا أبو عدول, I've
Exactly, that's what
the
I'm talking about.
smoking of trees
Yes.
is part of our culture and
Exactly.
tradition. يعني إيه وش
We do it all the time.
Yeah, دائما في البيت عندهم.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, what you were saying?
Not only on the weekends.
I'm saying the term is touch grass, not trees.
No, but that's the thing. Trees are so much more important than grass. I think that's the thing that we don't.
Okay, what was the book about?
It talks about multiple elements and basically how trees are integrated within our lives in a way that we don't realize sometimes.
Okay, I don't care about that one.
Okay.
What I care about, there's someone writing, I think they're writing a book. I'm not sure yet, but I heard about it a while ago. So scientists figured out that all trees talk to each other.
That's one of the things that they talked about in the book.
And like they did a full study and they kind of figured out, what actually happens that makes all trees around the world communicate.
What's up?
What?
What's up?
It's easy. What's up?
Okay, what was the thing?
No, like I read that and it was like a cliffhanger for me. If I was like, I want to wait till the book comes out.
So the book talks about people and trees, and then it talks about trees themselves as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Like they have the ability to actually talk to each other. Like one of the things that really stood out to me in the book, and he's talking about how a dead tree can support so much more life than a live tree.
Subhanallah.
Right? Like for real. Like, all of the animals that eat it out, all of the nutrients that it gives out. Eat out of it. I'm thinking insects, guys, here. Insects.
Pause.
Okay. Okay. But that's literally what happens, right? The tree gets eaten inside and out. That's what happens, right?
Of course.
And it's not just that.
Lucky ass tree.
It talks about how like the trees have the abilities. The tree can sense if there's.
Fuck you, Turks. I miss you, bro. You should have been here for this one.
It's a great conversation about these trees.
Yes,
that's
like exactly
how these trees can emit certain scents whenever they sense certain animals coming close to them, like predators, and you want to push them away, and like it's a great fucking book, guys.
I love the fact that trees play no touch with each other.
Play what now?
No touch. Like if you
No, but they do touch, sir.
It's ridiculous. Like if you look at like the trees, the canopy of the trees, the leaves and the branches don't touch.
Yeah, that's called crown.
Crowning?
No, it's crowning. Yeah, it's actually something called like that, crowning. Just to keep them separate. And you get your sunlight, I get my sunlight.
That's after they eat out.
No, but they don't fist bump us. They talk to each other.
They play no touch.
They play no touch. Yeah. So still not done about my tree book. That's made out of trees. I'll let you know how it ends. It's already gotten me emotional on the plane.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because that's so rare that Shamsi is emotional about something stupid.
About trees.
When you
trees are not stupid.
Trees getting ate out. You remind me of there's this book about what China's doing in the deep ocean.
Okay.
It's really fascinating.
The deep ocean.
Yeah. So you know how hard it was to get to the deepest part of the ocean, right? And then they were like, we could do it with drones. We don't need to have humans there.
Okay.
So we don't need to worry about pressure. But we need to worry about pressure.
Let's go to this place where we were never supposed to be and hang out and chill.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they found that like the bottom, I forgot, was it the Mariana Trench?
Yeah.
I think that's where they went. So they got to the bottom, right? When they got to the bottom of it, they found like it was like sand.
Okay.
And it turns out it was just basically dead fish. They turn into dust and they come down, right?
Okay.
So
how oil happens.
So when speaking about getting ate out, when they say they found, I don't know which year it was, they found a whale that died and just basically went down.
Okay.
It's called a whale fall or something?
Yeah, whale fall, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It becomes a whole ecosystem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, the whale gets ate out the same exact way.
In a way where it supports
everything. The whole,
for months. The entire infrastructure of the bottom of the sea. Yeah, and a big part of the book was talking about how, again, us as humans, we're cutting down forests and we're doing it in a way that's just chasing economic profit, and we're not.
I'm sorry.
You're still thinking about eating our trees?
No. Because I was telling the story to one of the guys, and he was trying to tell it to someone else, and he called it the Marinara trend. But anyway, never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, so people are dumb. Don't cut down trees.
I need new friends.
You need new friends.
Anyway,
the marinara trench.
Anyway.
You're gonna get that sauce sizzled, sir. Is that what you want over your shrimp?
Yeah, okay. I hate some of my friends.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something. I don't know if I should leave it the next week because it's already getting late. It's already late anyway. But fuck it, let's talk about it. So I don't know if we can talk about this. Let me just think it over in my head real quick. So the level of trouble, it's trouble it is. So like for the last almost year and a half, 2 years, we stopped talking about all these like events that's been happening around. and all these initiatives from these CEOs that said, "Oh, we're gonna make changes," and now it's been 2 years and we see jack shit, right? And I was so happy to see an article, and I called our local, what's the name, unofficial, official gaming nerd, and he told me to go fuck myself. He didn't answer the phone, but Savvy Games, is it called Savvy Games or Savvy?
Savvy Games.
So Savvy Games have signed. Hold on. I have the article here somewhere because I was proud to hear it. PIF-backed Savvy Games partners with Side to nurture gaming ecosystem in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
And this company's Side is going to come in and work on a grassroots level.
Okay.
Of basically everything that has to do with gaming whatsoever. It's not like come play a game. No. Everything with the infrastructure of the gaming industry.
Development, etc.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
cool.
this company is coming here to do that. And I think it's one of the first times that I hear of focusing on, not the first time, that's a stretch, but it's one of the few times that we see people working on a grassroots level for something that is long-term. Because usually it's always like, oh, we're going to this event and this world event to say, well, Saudi is also here. And then they do absolutely nothing. They just go there, put a booth, and try to tell people why we exist. And the same conversation, you see, a lot of people don't think of us this way, but we're really cool, and try to, plead to white people, which is dumb as fuck. But this is one of the few times where you feel like, yo, okay, y'all like games? Y'all a huge gaming market?
We do like games.
Let me come and try to build something with you where it also helps you, the local. Not, hey, let's do something for everybody else to see us.
And let's do something rather not just for, let's not do something for right now. Let's do something for the next 10 years. And that's when you talk about grassroots development, Danny, that's the idea. It's not about what I'm going to get today. It's about where my system and what fruit will it bear within 10 years.
Yeah, because the thing about gaming, I would say it's gaming by definition. You never know what's going to hit. Who thought 2 years ago that a French role-playing game would be the biggest hit of the year? And it's a relatively cheap game. Nobody.
It's probably the French, but keep going.
Not even the French. Even the French were caught off guard.
This is really good.
Hooray. It's the market in and of itself is so open to opportunities, so open to trends. It is a market that is sustained and driven by niche interests. As long as you have a viable product, more or less you can find a way to sustain it, unless it's openly predatory or literally nobody wants it.
Oh, and not just that. It's and you mentioned we really do have a gaming community here that is super, I don't want to say obsessed, but I would say dedicated to the entire craft of it. And it's about really I've wanted, one of the things I wanted to be was I really wanted to be a game designer. And I actually went and I bought a couple of 3D programs and I tried to learn how to do that because it was something I wanted to do. Now imagine me living that life today and having the tools to actually empower me to go and learn how to actually do this rather than it just being something I'm trying to figure out on my own. So it's a whole different mind.
Before I read the positive things, let me just say something to get this out of my little heart. So the head of global business development, his name is Nikanur. Okay? I really hope you're Pakistani, bro. Really hope with that name. Get in a lot of trouble. So he said this, okay? He said this to Arab News, and I'm going to tell you the part that I don't like. There is no better partner than people like Side, who have actually opened offices in other regions of the world, not just in Western countries like Europe and North America.
Okay.
Why are we mentioning Europe and North America?
Because that's where
it doesn't fucking matter.
The majority is.
We have the agreement to come here. Let's just celebrate you coming here. It doesn't matter that.
Why are we looking over there?
Yeah, because you say, other companies that don't want to come here, look, we have companies that are coming in. Because that's what it sounds like, even if he didn't mean it. But that's what it sounds like. And I'm sick and tired of all of us, in all the commissions and all the companies that we have, everyone's saying, oh, look, we're here to do this because, other people don't want to be here. Let's stop with that shit.
Yeah,
it's kind of old at this point.
It's been a minute since we've been doing this.
And we're still doing it.
And we're still doing it. It's okay, we get that bias is, at least for some people, it's harder to overcome. But خلاص, يعني at some point you have to understand like the viability and attractiveness here is self-evident.
We have been on the map.
Yes.
You didn't just discover us on the map. We've been redrawing maps.
It doesn't matter.
No, but
If you are going to come here as a company, we need to just celebrate the idea that we have you here. It doesn't matter what's happening across the globe. Well, it doesn't matter if we have what they have. What matters is we have what we want.
that's for us. But
Yes.
for the rest of the world, there's still a Eurocentric, white-centric perspective.
Keep it.
You know,
Keep it,
global
keep it,
north-centric perspective.
Keep it. Do you know why? Because China didn't say anything. China said, okay, y'all don't want to play. We'll figure out our own way to play. And they figured out what works for them as
We'll
a country.
make our own games.
Exactly.
And that's literally what they did. They made their own games. And there's so many different games right now in China that are huge that you've probably never heard about.
No.
Me neither. Because, hey, that 50 million in Sichuan is going to play that game. And that 50 million is more than what you have here.
They're their own market.
Yes. But it's not even about that. It's about thinking that, hey, if what I want to get for my country is just for my country. I don't care what it's doing somewhere else. If I go and I sign a contract with a country or any company in any country, as long as that's benefit for me, that's all that matters. It don't matter what's in between. It doesn't matter what all other companies are doing. So like your wording needs to be very proper. Like, you know, we need to stop thinking about, these guys don't want to be here, then don't be here. Fuck it.
Focus on the positive part of us and like what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve. Basically, that's the idea.
We need to get rid of this mentality that we need to show everyone that everyone is here.
I think part of that mentality comes from the idea that we know that not everyone wants to be here. And
Yeah, we know that.
And that bothers us
But it
in a
shouldn't.
certain way. It shouldn't. Yeah, I agree with it.
It's not even bothering the government. The government had to go through hell with all these countries, and it didn't bother it. They figured out a way how to function without even all these countries. We made Biden come here, even though he was talking a lot of shit. He came by himself on his own 2 feet.
And we made a shift in laws basically that forced all big companies to come and set up shop because, hey, at the end of the day, it's your decision whether you want to have business with us or not. If
Exactly.
you don't, then we're good. We're going to find someone else that will
Exactly.
want to do that. And trust us, we will. But hey, if you don't, then that's your decision, sir. That's your prerogative,
It's on
sir.
you.
Yeah.
It's on you. But the positive part is, this is a step in expanding Side's global footprint to 20 studios across 14 countries, providing services that range from code development, player support, quality assurance, localization quality assurance,
Nice.
and audio. Their work in Saudi Arabia will be tailored. This is another great thing. Their work in Saudi Arabia will be a tailored approach to the country's needs, initially by offering code dev, localization, and local audio recording services.
Yeah, that's I think the important part is just figuring out where we can start plugging into the gaming market and then building that from there.
So what you're saying here is that in a year or two, when I boot up God of War, Kratos will be saying "Ura" instead of boys.
Yes.
I think that you'll have that option. You will have that option.
So you
Sir.
say, يا ولد طفل كيف.
يا صبي يا صبي. Yeah. So which is honestly again something super cool that I couldn't imagine 20 years ago, right? Like us getting to that level where hey, it's not just about getting localized games, it's about getting the localization done here. I can be a video game tester.
It's not fun, Nishan.
What do you mean it's not fun? I play games for
No,
all
it's
day
not
long
fun. It's literally hitting
for a
the
wage.
Okay, here today you're gonna hit the jump button for 3 hours.
Yes, why does this guy like ruining people's dreams?
It's called accuracy, Shamsi.
Yeah. And reality.
Okay.
Things that you are new to.
But I want a dream.
I want to show the world.
Show you the world.
Shamsi, video game testers don't play if the game is fun.
Yes.
They don't give feedback on the gameplay. They say, "Does this work?"
I mean, they should.
Yes or no?
They
Yes or
should.
no?
They
Did you
should.
find a glitch?
Those are called designers.
On the last episode, I was talking to you about tech companies getting into the military, as in, military
Innovation,
complex.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. And I felt like that y'all do not really understand what I'm trying to fucking say here.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, I don't want to push any further. But Spotify, their founder or owner at the same time, he just went into the military industrial complex with a new tech company.
Okay.
So I want you guys to start taking things seriously when I say military and tech are merging, and it's going to be a problem.
So I'm gonna have a Spotify playlist for my tank.
I mean, there's
This is why you're gonna die. That's the reason why you're gonna die.
Adil, I think if there's one thing I learned is that technology has the power to make my life so much better
And so much worse.
and so much worse.
Exactly.
And those degrees, like genuinely, like
I was having this conversation with a boy of mine, with one of my really good friends, and me and him, we were talking about before you got here. He told me, go back and play Cyberpunk. And I was like, he's like, did you play it? I was like, I downloaded it when it first came out, but I never played it back. He's like, go back and play it. And because we were having a conversation about what tech companies can do to, society.
Yeah.
And Cyberpunk is a very good example of what that really is. Because you'll have a sense of freedom, but every single part of it is controlled.
It's controlled, yeah. And the genre has existed for a good 20 years now, since Neuromancer. 40 years. Fuck.
It's one thing to be...
the idea of thinking of what we can do or how technology can be used to our detriment has been well thought out. It's just we haven't really caught up yet. And we are still believing in the smiling facades of Google when it says, hey, we're just trying to make the world a better place.
I'm asking another question. Was it well thought out, or does it look like a blueprint now?
Shoof, there's two, depending on who you ask, you will have the people that tell you, hey, you have a bunch of really smart, juice boxes sitting back there and they're mapping all the shit out, which sounds about right, but also I do believe that, hey, technology does take trends sometimes that are unexpected and people didn't know that Spotify or streaming, for example, is going to take over. Just using that as a dumb example,
okay.
To start off. So you don't. So when you figure out that door and you open that door, that's when you start thinking, "Hey, how can I start building just from using this door to go everywhere else?" Like, do you think Microsoft would get to the point where it is starting from a word processor? Like that's where it started, right? Like you couldn't think that Microsoft's gonna end up fucking designing Skynet. No, but here we are. So it's both. It's not one or the other. I think it's both.
To give you maybe a more concrete example, are you familiar with a person called Palmer Luckey?
This guy, is this the Lucky Strikes guy?
No, this is a guy who did.
Just say I don't know.
Well, it sounds like it's if I had that kind of name, I would start a company. I would call it Lucky Strikes.
This guy, he did the first VR helmet, the first commercially viable VR helmet.
Okay.
Guess what he does now?
Meta.
Weapons.
Okay, then guess what? I can shoot with my eyes.
No, because these tech companies are looking for money. And nothing says, hey, we'll throw a lot of money at you until you figure out the military-industrial complex.
Because we care about innovation and the cutting edge.
Yes. The cutting part.
And the edge part. It needs to be sharp.
So it's going to scare you outside.
I mean, yeah.
Tech companies will get to a point and say, you know what? We don't need governments.
Well, I do see that happening in a point. I actually do and see, that's the nice thing about sci-fi. I do like all of this shit has been thought out to the point where like you have these realities that are built out where you see what a world that's dominated. Because when you look at corporations being transnational beings, that means, hey, I operate here and there, and I don't care about you guys having different rules here and there. Hey, how about we just do things my way? I'll just pay everybody to shut the fuck up. You know what's that called? Banana Republic. Yeah, that shit exists, and it's just getting to a scale now that everybody's going to be, unable to escape from its clutches.
The question is going to be, who's going to be the first psycho to say, hey, we'll do this?
I mean, I would say Alphabet is the first psycho. You have Alphabet and Amazon. You have two great...
No. We have something way worse than them.
Elon with all his fucking satellites.
Palantir.
There you go.
Who? Palantir?
Yes.
I'm just thinking of those as the big boys.
Because the only person that came out and said, yo, I'm a psycho, was him.
I mean, listen, at least he's upfront about it.
He's not really upfront about it. He talks to you about psychopathic shit like it's normal.
And he looks psychopathic while he's doing it.
Give you all the reasons.
Bro.
And the US government just signed a whole contract with him.
Bro, like, have you not read the research that said 80% of company CEOs are psychopaths or leaning towards psychopath? Because guess what? That's what makes the profits.
There's a difference where someone's a psychopath to make money when someone is a psychopath when it comes to murder. Those are two different things. This guy wants to get into military.
Yes.
No, he doesn't want to. He's already there. He's already there.
So he's not even looking at like, yo.
Isn't he building a database of every single American?
Well, that was. I don't know if it's a rumor. I don't know if it's gonna go ahead. I don't know if it's a suggestion.
And he's basically building a system that integrates all the systems and says, "Hey, this is your government ID, and this is your social security, and this is obviously."
It's not gonna be Abshir, yeah, Shamsi.
No.
It's gonna be Ibshir when it starts. Now, how it ends, that's gonna be a different thing.
Yeah, just thinking about what these people can build with their visions of the world that they want to see. I think that's the scary part. It's not about what you can do. It's about what you look and see as the ideal world, and you trying to go and create that ideal world.
The problem is that these people think they're immortal.
No, these people think that they are above everyone else. These people think that they have the power to change reality, and they do.
They do.
They do. That's the scary part.
They do.
The scary part is they do have that power.
Yes, they have that power on the Western world, but not the rest of the world.
To change reality, and America, it's like which part
They
of
did.
reality?
They did.
Yeah.
The Democrats gave us 4 years of the weirdest fucking reality.
Yeah. No, but even now, like you look at, can you live without a modem? Can you live without a router? Can you live
modem.
without these?
Modem, not modem.
Okay. Can you live without these basic components of modern life? You can't. You cannot. You have been.
First off, you're wrong. You can.
You can.
Today, but we will get to a point that you can't.
Yeah, even now, I think it's really difficult for you to live without the internet.
Yes,
Talk
we
about
can.
me and you. Talk about me and you living in where we live and the lifestyles that we have. Not talk about Abu Abdullah, the sheep herder. You know, that guy's good.
If I'm forced to, I could.
I mean,
I'll walk to the post office.
Malik al-Kukh, we'll build it together.
But but I understand exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
That everything is so easy for you right now that
It's so connected and it's so easy. And just like, the other day I was reading about someone and he's like, yo, I just got my first cell phone. I'm like, how? How have you managed to hold out for 30 years?
he must be so happy and well adjusted.
I mean,
or maybe he has a laptop.
No, he's got fuck you money. Yeah, that's what he's got. He's got fuck you money.
So he has an iPad.
Yeah.
He just started to get a smaller iPad.
So what you're saying, people around him have cell phones.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, fun times for Palantir.
Yeah. So what you're saying is the Unabomber had a point.
I mean, he did have a point. The problem was him bombing people.
yes.
The problem was not the manifesto.
The manifesto was like a good read.
It was just the fact that when you thought about it and this guy murdered people.
Yeah.
That was the issue. Because, hey, that makes you a terrorist.
It's like good thesis, bad execution.
And on that note,
I respect him for that.
Yeah.
I have something that I'm gonna try to play. If it doesn't play, then we can just ignore it. If it does play, it means we have to hear it. So one way to find
And
out.
I think the real answer is Jeffrey Epstein was working on behalf of intel services, probably not American. And we have
Let me give you a breakdown real quick.
I know what you're talking about.
All right. The reason I'm playing this, that has to do with Jeffrey Epstein, is because this is a turning point in America. And it's something that we spoke about when the whole Gaza thing happened with Israel trying to, be very, very genocidal more than before. And so we talked about how the only way to stop Israel is for Americans to actually stand up to their own government about what they're supporting. And the genocide showed how their government in front of the world are backing them in whatever they want to do and not even giving a shit about its own people. So now it gets to the point that it went from online talk, it went to podcasting, and then it went to media. And now Tucker Carlson, he's talking, and funny enough, he's at the Turning Point USA event,
Oh, that's a big one.
right? And
For conservatives.
he said this. Let me play for you.
every right to ask on whose behalf was he working. How does a guy go from being a math teacher at the Dalton School in the late 70s with no college degree to having multiple airplanes, a private island, and the largest residential house in Manhattan? Where did all the money come from? And no one has ever gotten to the bottom of that because no one has ever tried. And moreover, it's extremely obvious to anyone who watches that this guy had direct connections to a foreign government. Now, no one's allowed to say that that foreign government is Israel because we have been somehow cowed into thinking that that's naughty. There is nothing wrong with saying that. There is nothing hateful about saying that. There's nothing anti-Semitic about saying. There's nothing even anti-Israel about saying that. I've spent my entire life pretty much in Washington, where I knew and loved a number of people, including one very close person who worked at CIA. That has never prohibited me from saying, I think the CIA has done some horrible things, murdered a bunch of people, participated in the murder of a sitting US president. It's got a whole trail of crimes. That doesn't make me a disloyal American. It doesn't make me anti-American in any sense. I was born here. My family's been here for hundreds of years. I love this country. That's why I live here. So criticizing the behavior of a government agency does not make you a hater. It makes you a free person. It makes you a citizen. You're allowed to do that because you're not a slave. You're a citizen. And you have a right to expect that your government will not act against your interests, and you have a right to demand that foreign governments not be allowed to act against your interests. That's not creepy. It shouldn't be forbidden. And yet all of us have trained ourselves to believe that you can't say that somehow, that that's like too naughty and forbidden. And the effect of making that off limits has been to create a lot of resentment, and I'll say it, hate online, where people feel like they can't just say, like, what the hell is this? You have the former Israeli prime minister living in your house. You have had all this contact with the foreign government. Were you working on behalf of Mossad? Were you running a blackmail operation on behalf of foreign government? By the way, every single person in Washington, D.C. thinks that. I've never met anyone who doesn't think that. I don't know any of them that hate Israel, but no one feels they can say that. Why? And I think the longer that we play along with it, the more subterranean and creepy and hateful the conversation actually becomes. So I think it's better just to say it right out loud.
Subterranean.
Did this happen? And of course, that question has been asked to the government of Israel, and their answer is, we're not going to tell you. And I think our answer should be, no. As long as we're sending you money, if you were committing crimes on our soil, we have an absolute right to know, did you do this or not? And yet everybody has been so brainwashed into thinking that's somehow an expression of hate or bigotry, when it's not. It's a baseline question that every U.S. citizen has a right to an answer on.
That was crazy.
This guy's cute. He's kind of naive, but he's also brave because he is saying the quiet part out loud. He is saying the stuff that nobody wants to talk about.
To me, the major thing is, he said, everybody I've talked to in DC knows or believes it's Mossad or a foreign government. The fact that he said that on the public record and him being as well connected as he is.
Yeah, that never happened.
That never happened.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, the quiet part out loud.
Yes. That means something. You can't deny it. Like, or people are going to ask him, who told you? Yeah, I can point flan. Yeah.
Well, most of these guys are going to go back and when they get asked on the record, they're going to deny, no, we didn't say that. The idea is, this is the reality that we know exists, but at the same time, this is the reality that has been existing for 60 years. It hasn't changed since 60 years.
Over 60 years.
Over 60 years.
We knew it.
Since the 50s.
They don't know it. A friend of mine asked me a good question because he saw how sometimes we make fun of Jews right here. And he was like, yeah, you guys are blaming all of us. And I told him, I was like, listen, your mother country, right? It's been telling you guys things about who we are that was never true. And it convinced all of you that we're all terrorists or that we're all bad people. And anything that comes out of our region is very negative. And they did such a good job of brainwashing all of you to the point that you forgot that you took over Iraq, destroyed it, didn't find your weapons of mass destruction, and did nothing but destroy it more for 25 years. And they still tell you that we're bad people. And you guys believe every single one of it. What makes you think that they're all good people? Why is it whenever we discuss that country specifically, and when people over there who are U.S. Americans, when they're asked about Israel, the whole body shifts and it becomes, hey, you can't talk about that country.
Because you can't talk about that country.
Why is it so special? If they say that, oh, listen, hey, you guys are 1, 2, 3, why are you watching your country back that country up for all the bullshit that's been doing in Palestine for 60 years that you just found out about it a year ago, right? How? Explain to me why I can't tell you my thoughts when you made me into something that I wasn't not.
Can I give you a really fucked up answer?
No, I don't want you to give me an answer.
No.
I already know.
No, can I give you a really fucked up answer? because it reminds Americans of the frontier spirit that they once had. We used to have people that we could kill at impunity. We used to call,
yes, but again, but that's not America doing that.
No, but you get what I'm saying?
I know what you mean when it comes to Iraq.
I'm talking about in terms of Israel and the relationship with the US.
Yeah, they're seeing them as the underdogs. They're carving a path out for quote unquote
us.
Yes, but again, that's not what Americans are saying. That's what the politicians are saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But now, why Tucker Carlson and everybody else is angry? Because they're looking at it from a different way. I don't believe that most of them look at it in terms of, we feel real bad for Gaza.
No, it's my taxes.
Exactly. That's what they're looking at. Yo, why are we giving this country so much money to do some fuck shit and it comes back on us?
Fuck shit.
Really? That's how they're looking at it.
Because they've been doing, I can give you multiple reasons. One, they've been doing this fuck shit since the 60s. Since even before the 60s, since the 50s, they've been doing this fuck shit. And at some point, you had a shift in your foreign policy where everyone realized, hey, if we keep paying these guys, then we'll end up with someone who will do whatever the hell we want them to do. And that's going
Who's
to be...
paying who?
If the US keeps on paying...
Israel?
Okay,
what did they get out of it?
This is what I'm saying. This is where we started. We started here in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s where I have this bulwark against Cold War. I have this thorn in the side of all these communist-loving countries that is just going to keep them on their toes. And then it got to the point where we're saying, hey... This is how things have always been. These guys work for us. We work for them. And it's just a symbiotic relationship.
No, that's not exactly what it was.
It's a parasitic relationship.
Exactly.
No, I'm looking at it.
They got into the system. They got their own people into that system.
That's what it transformed into.
Okay.
What I'm saying is
they got the people into that system. And when they got into the system, they started passing laws to protect the other one. So you have all of us. I remember when they showed Trump's cabinet. How many people support it? How many people are Jewish, actually? It's just ridiculous. The amount of the country that says free religion, just having nothing but Jews down the list. And those people, what do? They fight with every sitting president, with every senator, with every state, with every mayor. They go to the smallest person and to make sure that, hey, if you don't support us, you get no money, you get no funding. We're going to make sure you don't make it to the top. And then since they controlled that for such a long time, they can pass any law that they want. They can make sure, hey, you want to be a president? You want to be the president of the United States of America? I can get you there. All I need you to do is just, yo, fuck these Arabs, bro. We're one.
And that's the parasitic element of the relationship that ended up becoming the status quo.
To give you an idea of how ingrained it is, by law, American law, Israel has to have a qualitative military superiority in the region. What other country in the world has another country's military status and military quality as part of their laws? Make it make sense.
Yeah, because they controlled everything. They passed the laws that they want. Bro, like Netanyahu was saying in one of his leaked videos, he's like, yeah, you guys don't worry about America. We'll get America straight. We can make America do whatever we want them to do.
And that's what they've been doing.
Exactly. But now you have the people asking, hey, why them? Like, why them?
Do you hate Jews? If you hate Jews, then you ask that question. If you don't hate Jews, then you get it. That's how it is. No, for real. That's how it is. That's actually how it is.
Here's the thing with the claim of anti-Semitism. There are genuine anti-Semites there, and there are genuine people who are just let me finish, please. Who are genuinely prejudiced and hateful, etc. And fuck those people. We're against prejudice, hatred, all of that. But when you make every single criticism of a state and its policies and the way it conducts itself, the way it's flagrantly violating international law, and you call that just a cry for justice, you call that anti-Semitism, soldiers in Israel sat giving testimony to an Israeli paper about, they told us to shoot live ammo at people who are unarmed. Netanyahu said, those soldiers are spreading anti-Semitic tropes. Like Israelis are being called anti-Semitic for criticizing Israel.
Those are self-hating Jews.
Exactly.
But they have a label for everything.
Yeah, that's where Freud came in. Okay, you probably have issues with your mother, But okay.
But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is, by linking that into anti-Semitism, you are eventually, by sheer inertia, making anti-Semitism respectable. Because if you can't criticize them at all, at some point, every criticism works.
We see, that's the thing. I need to be criticized in order for me to stay with my guard up. If everyone likes me, then I can't do fuck shit. I need to have people hate me so I can say, hey, the only reason I'm doing fuck shit is because these people hate me. Otherwise, I actually don't want to do fuck shit. But hey, I came into birth in this situation by doing fuck shit, by bombing a British hotel and like just starting, like the foundations of my national security agency was a terrorist group. What are you talking about? Like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this was birthed into them. So I don't think it's something that you can ever extract out of them. And the reason why every criticism of us is a criticism of, Jews is because we are the only Jewish state. So if you have something bad to say about us, then you're saying it about all Jews. And that means you want to kill all Jews. Do you want to kill all Jews?
It's always straight to extreme.
It's exactly. And otherwise the system wouldn't thrive and it wouldn't survive. The system has been built in survival mode for 60 years. And even now, as they got to the position where they're dominating everyone around them in the region in a military sense, and the reason where they have an occupation that's been active for 60 plus years, they still find a way of playing the victim. Because, hey, that's how I know how to survive. And for the US, you are always going to be my convenient outlet for any bad shit that I want to do. Like, and that's where I think a lot of the Mossad stuff comes in. And
it's like the Drake story, by the way.
It gets to the point where like, we know that people hate the CIA because the CIA was put on trial. Like, and it happened in front of the entire nation. It happened in the 70s. All of the bad shit the CIA did came out because we have a Congress that has rules and laws that we need to follow. We don't need to do that with the Mossad. We could just have them do whatever the fuck we want. Keeps going down that line. So I don't see it stopping. As much as I would love for the idea, that's why I say the naive part. As much as I would love the idea of the people rising up and taking the reins of power back into their hands.
You always love that shit.
Yeah, as much as I would, you know me.
You always love that kumbaya.
There's always a block.
As much as I realize that the reality is you will have to upturn 80 years of foreign policy, 80 years of military policy, 80 years of, black ops shit in order to do that.
And you can. You can.
And there's a thing.
That's where the American Party comes in, by the way.
I know.
I'm serious.
Yes.
I'm serious. That's where the American Party comes in.
That's the thing here. People make a point about this type of stuff being intractable and not impossible to change. The thing is, the people making the decisions and the people upholding the systems, the people who are gathering the influence, they're not immortal. Generations come and generations go. So that sea change is already starting now.
Rome lasted for 2,600 years.
Yeah.
It died. But it lasted.
They'll try to last.
It lasted
They'll
for 2,600 years.
try to last, but we're not talking about America. We're talking about a specific intractable allegiance to a country for a very narrow set of political and financial reasons that are tied to people with special interests.
True. If Israel was next to China, if Israel was Taiwan, this would be a very different conversation. But it isn't.
Yeah.
It exists in a region where I can dominate everyone. I don't have to worry about a China.
And you're not dominating because you're strong.
Oh, because I can.
No, you're dominating because you fooled someone to protect you from everyone. Like I just said a second ago, this is the Drake situation. Drake is Israel. Drake thought that he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And then Kendrick came and smacked the fuck out of Drake. And what does every single time Israel does some fuck shit and gets slapped, what do?
They're onto America.
And they act like?
They're the victim.
Exactly. What did Drake just release? He released a song. What's it called?
Look what I missed.
What did I miss?
What did I miss?
Him being a victim. Hey, how did I miss all these guys that were my friends now? They're not my friends? I'm the victim. I've never done any fuck shit before to any of them. Miskeen, Anna. What happened, guys? Tell me what happened. Ignoring all the fuck shit that you've done before. That's Jewish behavior.
I did that because self-defense.
Doesn't matter.
I need to defend myself.
Defend myself.
Defend myself.
Those rocks hurt.
They hate me.
I mean, listen, Adil, God promised me this Grammy 4,000 years ago.
No, but again, I would love to see that change happen in the US. I just think it's at this point in time, it will require something very drastic to change public opinion. You know,
100%. I agree with you.
Like something really drastic. I can't think of what that drastic shit is. You know,
well, it's happening right now because the only difference between a lot of the times before is that you have Jewish Americans actually standing up saying, hey, this does not represent me.
Which is what we are saying, that
we represent all Jews.
It's a generational thing.
And once you get a critical mass of
those... It reached the universities. We're done. It reached the universities.
So we still need another 20 years for this to flower.
So it got the universities. Those universities saw what the government did against them. How we ignored free speech. How we ignored all the free rights that they claimed everybody gets. How they changed laws to deport people based on little shit.
Yeah.
So everybody now understands that this motherfucker controls so much and that we're nothing compared to them. They can do whatever they want with our government. They can control it. And that's what people are realizing. And if the Republicans realize it, and I'm talking about the base, I'm not talking about the politicians, when those people recognize it, then other Republicans can't get over there and say, oh, I support Israel. Oh, yo, sir, no. Get the fuck up out of here.
The problem
you work for me, not for Israel.
It's two ways looking at it. One, when you said the universities got it, that tells me that it's going to need another 10 to 20 years for the people to graduate from those universities.
Those are voters, sir.
I'm talking about for the people.
Again, that conversation used to work in the 60s. You're on the internet.
I'm talking about for those people that graduate from those universities to end up being congressmen and senators. That's one part of it. And the other part of it is you need to kind of deal with the other set of people who support them, which is the evangelicals. And for the evangelicals, for that segment of the voting population that we're talking about, the Republican voting population.
But they're not the big population, they're just the big money.
Sheldon Adelson and these guys.
You just had a guy. Now he's running for mayor of New York. If he wins it,
which he probably will.
You think he will?
I mean, he's the Democratic nominee.
We understand, but we're still 50-50 on this. But if he does win, this sends a very, very big message. Because you need to understand, New York is Jew central.
You think they're going to let him run the city? I don't think they're going to let him run the city,
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they're going to. You think the NYPD is going to cooperate?
If he takes that city, if he wins that city, that's going to change a lot of things.
I think they're going to run him.
No, wait, I shouldn't pull this back. It's going to be the start of many things to change.
I hope so. But I genuinely think A, that they're not going to let him win. B, even if they do let him, even if he does end up winning,
they're going to make it hard for him.
They're going to do everything in their power to make his mayorship the shittiest one in New York's history, just to get him kicked out again.
Of course they will.
Yeah,
that's what they always do. Even if they like you, the other side is still going to do the same thing to you. So that comes with the gig anyway. So it's not new.
So we're just going to make it difficult for you to actually do it. It's like the same thing they do. Same thing they did with Obama. Same thing they did with Obama.
All of them. That's just politics now.
Remember Obama before he came into office the first time? What did he say? I'm closing Guantanamo. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down Guantanamo. What happened? 3 days in. Listen.
My bad.
So they told me about what's going on.
It's a lease.
And I think they got great turtles there. I mean, listen, it's the best turtles in the world. You know, I like turtle shells. So
who's going to take care of the turtles?
Who's going to take care of the shells? Who's going to get me the shells?
Guantanamo Bay was made for the turtles.
Mm-hmm. It's a turtle bay.
So we're going back to
turtle bay.
We're going back to our basic.
Bro.
Anyway.
Good conversations, guys.
Thank God we left it at the end.
Yeah. Hard luck يا بعدول.
For what?
على خسارة مدريد.
No, it was a good game.
It was.
It was a really good game.
It really was.
Can't deny it. This PSG side is just out of this world.
And now we get to see the two best teams in the world play against each other. Isn't that right, Badul?
No.
No? Isn't that what we're going to see?
No, we get to see a team that's arguably the best in the world right now against another team that could be the best team in the world.
So they're not the two best teams in the world.
No, one of them is.
One of them is.
And he just needs to just stamp it.
اسمع.
And there's another team that says, I don't know how the fuck did I get here.
No.
Again.
I know. I know exactly how I got here. By firing managers and hiring managers. That's exactly how I ended up here, man.
I need a documentary about every time Chelsea won a trophy.
Listen,
Because it's always, hey, we're about to sink. Dun, dun, dun.
You do realize what's going to happen, right? You do realize I'm going to remind you that I'm the best team in the world for the next 4 years.
I'll be more than happy.
I'm just saying.
I have no problem with that. And I would really be happy if you guys won it.
لا ما اقول لك احسن شيء انا لا يجيك الطواقي الحين احنا احسن فريق في العالم ترى ايش فيك شفت متروفيتش
مالك wish you all the best. We'll see tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
By the time people hear this, we'll either be laughing or crying.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm laughing about it.
Shout out to our tons and tons of listeners. Shout out to tons and tons of viewers. Thank you for being here. We appreciate every single one of y'all. We'll be back hopefully next week. We might miss another week. We have no idea.
Probably.
Also, we got a vacation coming up, so we might be gone for a minute.
Do we? Oh yeah, we do.
Well, I do.
Yeah. Exactly. The annual summerthon.
Yes. Peace. I'm out of here. Yeah, let's go. Peace.